What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going through the Wind Aggro deck that is actually on goatformat.com. So it's not an original brew or anything like that, but it's got Harpie Lady stuff in it. So, you know, we gotta try this out. I love me some Harpie Lady. I love me some good anime, you know, deck support kind of stuff. So we'll just dive on in. We got a Breaker the Magical Warrior. We got a Chaos Rider Gustav, which is kind of crazy that he's the Chaos Rider, but he's a wind, and you don't need any light or dark or anything for that. So a little bit different, I guess. We got our 2 Cyber Harpie Lady, which is always treated as Harpie Lady, so you got to keep that in mind when you're doing a deck like this. We got our 1 Exile Force. We got our 3 Flying Kamakiri #1 to float into any of our wind monsters. Next up, we got our Harpie Lady 1, which again, is always treated as Harpie Lady. We got 1 Night Assailant. We got 3 Sasuke Samurai #4. Pretty fun effect: if this card battles a monster, toss a coin, call heads or tails before damage calculation. If you call it right, destroy the opponent's monster with this effect. So, pretty cool, I think. We got 1 Sylphid, who is one of those like special summonable monsters where you can special summon it by removing 1 wind monster from your graveyard. So, pretty cool. 1700 body, so not terrible on that either. Then we got 3 Slate Warrior, which is actually a wind as well too, but since it's a flip, it can also get hit by Nobleman of Crossout. So yeah. Then we got our 1 Tribe Infecting Virus and our 1 Twin-Headed Behemoth to round out the monsters. So going into the spells, we got our Delinquent Duo, we got our Elegant Egotist, so you can summon out the Cyber Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady #1 if you got either or on the field. Got our Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Nox, Pottery Premat, and 2 Rhoda. Then we got our Rising Air Current, our field spell for all wind monsters to gain 500 attack, but they lose 400 defense. So that kind of hurts, I guess. But we're not really setting a whole lot anyways, so it's kind of whatever. 2 Smashing Ground and a Snatch Steel to round out the spells. And then we got a Call the Haunted, 2 Dust Tornado, a Near Force, Ring of Destruction, and a Torrential Tribute to round out the traps, which also rounds out the deck, the main deck of 40 cards. So in the side, we got our 2 Mobius. I mean, it's a good tributable monster. We got 2 Spear Dragon, does a nice little, Fairy Meteor Crush, it does the piercing, so it does piercing, which is nice. We got 2 Spell Canceller, because it is wind as well too, so getting that on the field and giving a little boost with Rising Air Current is definitely a nice way to go. We got our Zombira the Dark, we got 2 Book of Moon, we got our Brain Control, we got 2 Mind Control, we got our Swords, and 2 Royal Decree to round out the side deck. So, pretty cut and dry, you know, we're just going to be trying to beat down and attack, and it's kind of really our only strategy here. We can flip off some Slate Warriors, get up to 24 with the Rising Air, get up to 29. That'd be pretty bonkers, if I do say so myself. But we'll see. We got a nice replay, and yeah, let's see what we can do here. So here we go. We are starting first. Okay, so we get our Flying Kamakiri, and we set our Mystical Space Typhoon. So they go ahead, they start off with their Thunder Dragon things, and they go ahead and add that to their hand. Play Graceful Charity. Now they're thinking. They got quite the hand going on here. Playing some kind of a ritual deck with the Manju in there. So they go ahead, they set the Sangan and set a bottomless trap hole. So we draw our second Flying Kamakiri #1. We go ahead and play Graceful Charity. And let's see. So we got our Kamakiri, Smashing Ground, Slate Warrior, Snatch Steel, Call, Sasuke, and Mirror Force. So we go ahead, we toss the Sasuke, and we toss the Slate Warrior. So I am opting to go more for the Recruiter Boys. So we pop their Bottomless Trap Hole, which Flying Kamakiri would have gotten under anyways, but if we summon something out, it could have gotten hit from the Bottomless. So we go ahead, attack in, which is a Sangan, and then we attack in with the other Flying Kamakiri. They go ahead and add the Sook from their deck to their hand. We set our Mirror Force and Call the Haunted. Maybe get back that Slate Warrior or that Sasuke if we need to. They go ahead, they summon out Manju. They search out the Paladin of White Dragon. So they are playing some kind of a Blue Eyes strategy. So we go ahead, we draw the Rhoda, we get our Exile Force. We just passed her. They got swords, so we can't do a whole lot. They get Manju again. They go ahead, search out the Ritual for White Dragon. And they bring out the old Paladin boy is out. And they attack in. Destroys our Flying Kamakiri. We go ahead and search out the Harpie Lady number 1, which is going to give our Wind Monsters a 300 boost, which is nice. So those get a little bit juicier. So the Manju can't attack in. They play Call. They bring back the Thunder Dragon during the battle stop, and then they attack. But I got the Mirror Force face down, so I had that kind of sitting there. For a little bit. Gotta protect our Harpie Lady girl there. So they summon out Breaker, they attack into Harpie Lady, and then they use Breaker's effect to pop the back row, which was the Call the Haunted. So we're kind of sitting a little heavy here. Play Smashing Ground to pop the Breaker. We're just trying to keep up at this point. They summon out the Sook, we play Ring of Destruction. And yeah, we both lose our 1100. And that's all they got. So we go ahead, we just summon out the Tribe Affecting Virus, attack in with our boys here for a nice 3k, and then we set our Dust Tornado. So they draw into Pot of Greed, definitely a good top deck, but Lightning Vortex gets dropped on us, unfortunately. So we go ahead and we summon out our Exile Force, because this deck is an aggro deck, so we gotta attack in with our 1000 attack monster, apparently. They go ahead, they bring out the Manju, they get the Ritual, and they go ahead and bring out the Paladin of White Dragon to attack in for 900, unfortunately. Then they go ahead, use that effect, bring out the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the classic Legend of Blue Eyes art. Always one of my favorites. But we got Snatch Steal, so we go ahead, take that, and that's the wraps for Game 1. So here we go into Game 2, and we are going second, I believe. Yes, we are. So they go ahead, they open up the Thunder Dragon once again for some Thunder Dragon things. Bring out the Manju, get the Paladin, and yeah, they set a card which is their Mirror Force. So, not bad. We play our Pot of Greed, which gets us our Sasuke and our Graceful Charity. Go ahead and play the Graceful Charity, and get rid of both of our Sasuke Samurais. So, clearly I'm thinking this game not going into the Flip Effect boys. Or not Flip Effect, the Flip Coin boys. We MST the Mirror Force, we play Smashing Ground to clear out their field. We play our Chaos Rider Gustav, who can banish up to 2 spells from the graveyard, gains 300 attack for each card. So, pretty cool. Get him up to a nice 2k. We'll definitely take that. Then we set our Mirror Force and Dust Tornado. So, not bad. They play Rhoda. They go ahead and search out their DD Assailant. I wasn't expecting that one, to be honest. I was more so expecting an Exile Force. They attack in, but I don't want that to happen quite yet. Not yet. So we go ahead, we drop our Delinquent Duo that we just top decked, and we get out their Lightning Vortex, which is definitely nice, and they discard their Thunder Dragon. So we go ahead, we use the effect once again, we go into 2k, and then we attack in with both. Slave Warrior and Chaos Rider Gustav. They draw swords once again, which is super annoying, but hey, what can you do? We did have that Dust Tornado face down, and yeah, I guess we probably should have, I don't know. Maybe let him live another turn to see what they could have done, but this is an aggro deck, so we go in hard. But they were a good sport. They let us really show off our nice wind aggro deck with our Cyber Harpie ladies and our Harpie lady #1 and our Slate Warrior, which was an all-time favorite classic growing up as a kid. But like I said, this was the deck that was just on goatformat.com, so it's nothing crazy, nothing special. Maybe down the line I will mess around a little bit more with this and see what I can do. I mean, I do like having the Sylphid in here, and I mean, everything's all wind. I mean, there's got to be a good, besides Spell Canceller, a good summonable, tributable wind monster, right? Something decent, maybe. Or we can just toss in a Mobius or a Jinzo or something instead to utilize that special summonable body that we're getting out there. Because unfortunately, Ryza is not out yet, so we're kind of missing out on the good stuff with that. But that's all that we have for today. Go ahead, comment down below what you guys would do differently, how you would spruce up this this deck. It's definitely cut and dry on what you got to do here. But be sure to like the video, be subscribed with that notification bell ring. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead, click those links down below, check out the cool stuff I got on the Etsy store. You know, we got the cool Goat Club t-shirt, which is pretty slick, pretty too sweet if I do say so myself. But we will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye and good night.
I, Seto Kaiba, president of Kaiba Corp, implore you to check these recommended videos. While you're at it, hit subscribe and burst stream that notification bell for all future videos.